Hello friends, this is Fossilsaurus. I did an unboxing video a while ago where I unboxed I think 2 or 3 things, and I held off on going through the explanation of everything because I just wanted to unbox multiple ones at a time, and I like doing that because that gives me any opportunity I need to freshen up on anything. The last thing I want to do is open something up and draw a complete blank and not be able to give you any information, or just sitting here stuttering and so on, or then just have to do a take 2 or whatever. It's a big pain, and I think it's kind of fun to unbox a bunch of things at once instead of just one. Even if you don't get much info on it, everything at once. I know I did say a little bit about them, but anyway. From that one multi unboxing, we're going to bring out one of the boxes. Okay. Recognize it? Of course you do. Let's see. Okay, this is the same thing. I mean, it's not the exact same spot. I just kind of put it back in there. Now, I know, I recognize who it's from, so I know where it's from, and looking at it now, I can remember exactly what it is. This is Pterosaur bone. Let me bring you a little bit further down. Sorry, it's hard to decide, and then this thing kind of bounces, so. Okay, now, the person I buy it from there, or that person, I get things from Hell Creek, the Hell Creek Formation, which is in Montana. It is one of the most famous fossil sites, possibly worldwide. It is the poster child for dinosaurs, for the Mesozoic. All the old paleo art from like the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever, all of them feature like a smoking volcano in the background, some pterosaurs, a swamp with a sauropod in it, a T-Rex battling a triceratops, ankylosaurs, some kind of duck-billed dinosaurs or something like that. All of those are from Hell Creek. That is Hell Creek. Hell Creek is the poster, I don't want to say poster child, the poster whatever for the entire Mesozoic era. Obviously because some of the most famous dinosaurs are from there. Now, a little bit about Hell Creek. I don't want to spend too much time on that. Hell Creek, for some reason I want to say it's an alluvial plain. I could be totally wrong. That word just popped in my head right now, and my mind was like, say it, say it, say it. So I have to look up and see if I was right or just totally wrong about that. It changed over time. It was a river, river's edge, went to dry land by a river, back to a river, back and forth. Sometimes it was a little more saline and kind of like a bay and estuary, but it was always it was a shore area, and that's why it was just so rich with so much life. And rivers in general, especially rivers' edges and certain kinds and flats like that, are some of the best sites for fossils, because that's, for one thing, that's where more animals are. Also, it is one of the best types of setups, best situations for fossilization to take place, both just normally and mortality events like a flood, or something, or a landslide or something that wipes huge numbers of animals out and just deposits them right there. We find lots of those, not necessarily in Hell Creek, but we've found plenty of things like that. And that's exactly the kind of place where you're going to find things like that. Now, a very strange thing about Hell Creek is that pterosaurs are, I don't know how common it is for them to find the bones, but there are only, I want to say that it must be very rare, because there are only 2 known, not even species, 2 known families of pterosaurs there. There are azdarchids, which are the beautiful, awesome, ultimate Quetzalcoatlus and its brethren, and pterodactylids, which pterodactyls are, and of course their families are their kindred, but nothing found has been able to be narrowed to any species. So I'm assuming pterosaurs are somewhat rare there, but if they're not, there's something weird going on where the way they're being fossilized, or just something there's some kind of bias there for pterosaurs, which is very weird, because that's, like I said, that's a very rich area for animals, and shorelines, I mean, that extremely rich for birds. These are not birds, but they are the equivalent of birds for the Mesozoic, and they probably had many of them, especially the smaller pterosaurs, probably filled in the bird niche exactly. Azdarchids definitely did not. I mean, there are some smaller ones that would have, but pterodactylids, a lot of them are fairly small, so they might have. So it's just a very strange situation. Now this, you can tell that this is, I'm going to be a little off center, because, well, let me try this real quick.